If you only stay in Madrid during your trip to Spain, you're making a mistake you'll regret. Just outside the city, the landscape changes completely and hides secrets that most tourists miss because they don't know how to get there. Imagine crossing the bridge of a real castle that looks like it's straight out of Disney, or coming face to face with the same giants that Don Quixote fought against. Here are the 7 ultimate places for you to choose which one you want to explore in a single day from Madrid. Do you know what my advice is? Don't miss the last one. Destinations 1 and 2 Segovia and Ávila. 90% of the guides will send you straight to Toledo on your first day. We're going to break the rules and head north toward Castile and León to make an awesome combo, Segovia and Ávila. Our first stop is Segovia, and I promise you the first thing you'll do when you get off is look up and be left speechless. The Roman aqueduct crosses the center of the city with more than 2,000 years of history. The craziest thing is, its 20,000 granite blocks don't have a single drop of cement. They stand in the air purely by balance and perfect calculation. But the real camera magnet is a little further ahead, hidden in the old town, in the Alcázar of Segovia. Take a good look at it. Those circular towers and black slate roofs are going to look very familiar to you. It's said that this royal castle was the exact inspiration for Walt Disney to design Cinderella's or Snow White's castle. It's literally like walking into a fairy tale. Not to mention its cathedral. Impressive. One of the most beautiful cathedrals in Spain. Just an hour from here, Ávila awaits us, the city encased in stone armor. Its medieval walls are the best preserved in all of Spain. More than 2 kilometers of walls and 87 impressive towers. The best part is that you can climb up and walk on top of them. It is a sober city of granite and silence that preserves the mystical spirit of Saint Teresa of Jesus. How can you go on your own? If you decide to do this route on your own, the train is a fantastic option, especially for Segovia. To go to Segovia, you need to take the high-speed train, Avant or Ave, which departs from Madrid Chamartín station. You'll be there in just 28 minutes. However, keep in mind that the Segovia Guiamar station is on the outskirts, so when you get off, you'll need to take bus line 11, which will drop you off at the aqueduct in 15 minutes. If instead of going to Segovia you want to go to Ávila, you can take the medium-distance train, which mainly departs from Madrid Príncipe Pío station. The medium-distance train takes about an hour and a half. Ávila station is much closer to the city center, so you can walk to the city wall in about 10 or 15 minutes. Our tip: if you're taking the train on your own, trying to see both cities in the same day is a complicated logistical challenge because of the connection schedules between them, so be prepared to get up very early. The most direct way to connect both cities by public transport is the regular bus. The company is called Avanza. The journey takes about an hour, but the schedules are limited. It's possible, but it's a marathon. Now, if what you want is to enjoy both cities in a single day, without the stress of schedules, transportation, or transfers between stations, the organized tour from Madrid is definitely the best option. These tours leave in the morning from downtown Madrid on a very comfortable private bus. The best part is the guide shares Disney stories and medieval battles on the way, and you won't have to wait in line for Alcázar or City Wall tickets, since everything is usually arranged in advance. It's the ideal way to see the best of Segovia and Ávila in a single day and return to Madrid in time for dinner, having made the most of every minute. As always on the blog, both options are available, and I'll leave the link to the tour I recommend, so you can take a look and reserve your spot. It's also in the description. 3. Toledo, the Imperial City. If Segovia is a fairy tale, Toledo is a historical epic. For years, it was the capital of Spain and the place where the fate of half the world was decided. What makes Toledo unique in the world is its title as the City of Three Cultures. Here, during the Middle Ages, Christians, Jews, and Muslims not only lived together, but also exchanged knowledge. And now that we've just arrived in Toledo, we're going to give you a piece of advice that we repeat constantly and never get tired of saying: always make sure you have mobile data. Having internet on a trip makes a huge difference, especially when you've just arrived in a new city. Finding the train station, checking the best route, booking your train or bus ticket, looking up schedules, or simply starting to explore without wasting time. For many years, we've been using the Easy India eSIM from Holafly. It's a super easy way to have unlimited internet, since it works in more than 200 destinations, and you can also choose exactly the number of days you need. And something we find really useful is that now it includes Always On, which gives you a backup of 1 GB per month in more than 70 destinations. For example, if you change your plans, stay more days, and your eSIM has already run out, you still have a connection to take care of the basics and not be left disconnected. We're leaving you our code Europa Acompañada 5 and the link in the description for your next trip. You get a 5% discount on eSIMs and a 10% discount on Holafly plans during the first 12 months. When you cross the Bisagra Gate, you enter a stone labyrinth where it's impossible not to get lost. And in fact, getting lost is the best way to get to know it. Let's go see the Primate Cathedral, which for many is the most impressive in Spain. Its interior is an explosion of gold and Gothic art. But we will also discover gems like the Synagogue of Santa Maria la Blanca or the Monastery of San Juan de los Reyes. Toledo is a hillside city built on a rock and surrounded by the Tagus River. My advice is to cross the San Martin Bridge at sunset to see how the city walls light up. It is a city that impresses, that feels powerful, and that keeps in every corner the echo of the knights and artisans who forged the famous Toledo steel. Eat on your own. Getting to Toledo is probably the easiest journey of all the ones we're going to see. The Avant high-speed train leaves from Madrid Puerta de Atocha station, and in just 30 or 33 minutes, it drops you off at Toledo station. Another tip: the Toledo train station is, in itself, a work of art in the neo-Mudejar style. Don't leave without seeing its ceilings and stained glass windows. From the station, you can walk about 15 or 20 minutes uphill to Plaza de Socodover, the nerve center, or take a local bus that will take you up in 5 minutes. Important! The trains to Toledo sell out the fastest, especially on weekends. If you're traveling on your own, book your ticket at least a couple of days in advance on the Renfe website. Even though the train is very easy, many people choose the organized tour to Toledo for two main reasons. The first, the logistics of having a guide. Toledo is a maze. Going with a guide ensures you understand what you're seeing in each synagogue or church without wandering around unnecessarily. The one-day combo. There are amazing tours that combine Toledo with Segovia in a marathon day. If you only have one free day in Madrid, and want to see the two most important cities, this is the only way to do it without going crazy with transfers. Although honestly, I would recommend seeing each one separately. If you prefer to have everything taken care of and have someone tell you the story behind each Toledo sword, a Toledo-only tour is the best option. These excursions are usually either half-day or full-day, so make sure that tickets are included. When you look for excursions, always pay attention because you'll find excursions with a guide, excursions with an audio guide, and others that only include transportation. Make sure to choose the one you want.
What?
4. Consuegra, the land of giants. If you're looking for the most iconic and dreamlike image of Spain, we have to travel to the plains of La Mancha, specifically to Consuegra. Here, at the top of Cerro Calderico, the famous windmills await us, those very same giants that Don Quixote fought against in Cervantes' masterpiece. What we're going to see are 12 white, spotless windmills, standing out against the endless horizon of Castilla-La Mancha. Each one has its own name, like Bolero or Sancho, and some still have the original 16th century machinery. It's a place where history blends with literature. Walking among them while the wind blows strongly is the closest you'll get to living inside a chivalric novel. It's easily the most photogenic spot of the trip. Logistics, how to get there. Only by bus from the Méndez Álvaro South Station, in a journey of approximately 2 hours. That's why my recommendation here is clear: a rental car or a guided tour. If you rent a car, you can combine it with your mother-in-law with a quick stop in Toledo. But if you don't want to drive, there are day tours that take you directly to the windmills. It's the most comfortable way to capture that perfect photo of Don Quixote's giants and be back in Madrid by sunset. As always, I'll leave the link to the recommended route in the description and on the blog. 5. Salamanca, the Golden City. Now we're going a bit farther to reach what many consider the most elegant city in all of Spain, Salamanca. It's known as the Golden City, and you'll understand why as soon as you arrive. All its buildings are made with a special local stone, which, when it catches the sunlight, gives off a warm, golden glow that seems magical. Salamanca is the heart of knowledge. Its university is one of the oldest in Europe. Figures who changed history passed through its halls. What we're going to see is a vibrant city, full of university life and architectural gems. You can't miss its main square. For many, it's the most beautiful one in Spain. An impressive Baroque space. A unique detail: Salamanca has 2 cathedrals, the old one and the new one, built next to each other. If you get close to the door of the new cathedral, look carefully among its stone-carved reliefs, and you'll find an astronaut. It's a modern touch that was added during a restoration, and it always surprises travelers. You're enjoying the video, or it's mainly helping you. If that's the case, we suggest you subscribe so you don't miss any of our guides. Also, give it a like and share it with friends who, just like you and me, enjoy creating their own itineraries. How can you go on your own? Even though it's about 200 kilometers from Madrid, getting there is very easy thanks to the train. You have to take the Albia, a long-distance train, which departs from Madrid Chamartín station. The journey takes about 1 hour and 40 minutes. It's a comfortable and direct trip. Just so you know, Salamanca Station is about a 15-minute walk from the historic center, a pleasant stroll that helps you get into the atmosphere of the city. Another tip: since it's a long-distance train, prices can go up if you buy them on the same day. Try to get your tickets in advance to secure your seat and a better price. The option of a full-day excursion. Because of the distance, many people prefer the organized excursion to Salamanca. Why? Because these tours often combine Salamanca with Ávila in the same day. It's an intense day, but it's the best way to optimize your trip if you want to see 2 World Heritage sites without having to manage the train tickets and transfers yourself. Going with a guide in Salamanca is a plus, because the facade of the university and the cathedrals have so many details and hidden symbols that without someone to explain them to you, you'd miss half the story. I'll leave some options for day tours in the description. In my opinion, Salamanca is better on its own, but I'll leave you both options. 6. El Escorial, the giant monastery. Very close to the Sierra de Madrid, we find one of the most colossal works in Europe, the Monastery of San Lorenzo de El Escorial. Philip II ordered it to be built in the 16th century, not only as a palace, but also as a symbol of the power of his empire and as the ultimate pantheon for the kings of Spain. We'll see a monumental, austere architecture built from pure gray granite, a place impressive for its scale. Its 2 most impressive features are the library, with its colorful frescoes and thousands of ancient books, and the Royal Pantheon, an octagonal room of marble and gold where almost all Spanish monarchs rest. It's a visit that makes you feel small in the face of the immensity of history. How to get there on your own? Getting here is extremely easy and affordable. You just have to take the C8 commuter line, the Madrid commuter train, at stations like Atocha or Chamartín. The journey takes an hour and drops you off in the town of San Lorenzo de El Escorial. From the station, there's a short uphill walk of about 10 or 15 minutes until you reach the entrance to the monastery. The other option is to take a bus from the Moncloa interchange, line 661 or 664. You'll arrive in about 50 or 55 minutes. The excursion option. If you want to make the most of your day, there are tours that combine El Escorial with the Valley of the Fallen, or even with a quick visit to Segovia. It's the best choice for direct door-to-door transport and guided entry, where a guide reveals the secrets of this stone labyrinth. You can find the details in the description and on the blog. 7. Cuenca, the city that defies the abyss. To wrap up our list, we travel to a place where the architecture seems impossible. Cuenca. If you're looking for a landscape that will take your breath away, this is the place. Cuenca is built on a huge rocky spur trapped between the gorges of 2 rivers that have carved deep cliffs around it. What we're going to see are its famous hanging houses. They're not just balconies. They're entire buildings that seem to grow out of the rock itself and hang suspended over the void. Walking through its old town, which is a World Heritage Site, means crossing dizzying bridges like the San Pablo Bridge and discovering a Gothic cathedral that was the first of its kind in Castile. It's a city that blends the power of nature with human ingenuity in a way you won't see anywhere else in Spain. How can you get there on your own? Many people think that Cuenca is far away, but thanks to the AVE high-speed train, it's a super easy getaway. The train leaves from Madrid Atocha station, and in just 55 minutes or an hour, it drops you off at Cuenca Fernando Sobel station. The AVE station is a bit far from the historic center, so when you arrive, the best thing to do is take bus line 1 or a taxi, which will take you directly to the upper part of the city in 10 minutes, so you can start walking down and enjoy the views. We did it on our own and took the bus, and it worked out perfectly for us. The excursion option. If you choose the organized excursion from Madrid, you have an added advantage. Many tours not only take you to see the hanging houses, but also include a visit to the Enchanted City, a nearby natural park with amazing rock formations that look like figures of animals and objects. Doing this on your own in just one day, and by public transport, is quite difficult, so the tour is the key if you want the complete package of nature and history. I'll leave my recommendations in the description and also on the blog. The other option is to rent a car for the day to do the tour, or to spend a few days outside Madrid and visit this or other cities. In my opinion, it's an excellent option, but that will depend on your available days and your itinerary. As those of you who follow me regularly know, and if not, let me tell you now, I'm of the opinion that you shouldn't just spend one day in these places. In fact, in many of the ones I mentioned, and there are images you're seeing throughout the video that are from visits we've made while exploring the city. But we understand that vacation days are limited. There aren't many, and well, we make do as best we can. I'll leave here on the screen and in the description the discounted link to Discover Cars, the place where we've been renting lately on our trips. Train prices can go up a lot during the season. Sometimes the organized tour ends up costing almost the same and usually includes a guide or audio guide and the tickets. That's why I'm leaving the best options in the description. But always compare and always check carefully what each one includes. My final advice is that if you have little time and want to make the most of every minute, don't rule out the option of a tour. Which of these places do you love most? Let me know in the comments. I read and try to reply to everyone. If this guide helped, you'll find this one useful too.